How's it going, guys? I hope that you guys are having a wonderful weekend. I wanted to record this video last night. However, I hung out with a group of coworkers. We went to see a Randy Rogers band concert at the Anaheim House of Blues, so I couldn't watch it last night, the episode of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars last night, but I watched it this morning and I loved this episode. So I'm gonna actually start in reverse order of the sequences that happened during the episode. And so for the top two of the week, in terms of performances for the week, are Manila and Monet Exchange, and they perform to an Aretha Franklin song. And at first, when the beat dropped, I was like, oh, this is another slow song, and it might be boring. But I actually realized the strategy that RuPaul is using for the songs for All Stars. So the songs during the regular drag race seasons are very kind of like high, upbeat. And a lot of these songs during All Stars are just very slow. And RuPaul is really trying to weed out the super queen from the regular queens, and only a super queen can bring out the nuances of things that are happening in these kind of like slower songs. And so I actually loved Manila's and Monet's interpretation of the song, and how particularly Monet actually gave us more kind of like lip work during the song. And that's when I realized, oh, this is what Ru is doing. Any drag queen can do a death drop or a stunt, but if you take a slow song, you have to give more of your personality, more emotion, more nuances of facial expressions to really pull out the essence of the song. And I think both of them did that. However, I was shocked when RuPaul said that Manila actually won the lip sync. And then I was actually pleased when RuPaul said congratulations to Monet Exchange as well. And then this is when the episode got brilliant. And so at the end of every episode, RuPaul says, with great power comes great responsibility, and I should know. And that none of the girls were going home this week. And then Ru says that all Stars rules are being suspended, and everyone go to the workroom for further instructions. So they go to the workroom, and there's RuPaul has actually written something on the mirror in lipstick, and Lady Bunny appears, and they all kind of like jump back, which is kind of cute. And then Lady Bunny says, I'm back. Oh, no, not me. Look behind you. And all of the previous contestants who were eliminated are standing behind them. I guess they're in like funeral regalia. And the people that stood out were Pheromone. I don't think I've ever seen Pheromone in that amount of clothing. She was in a full red beaded gown, I think with a veil. Angeria Gunn with this beautiful lace, sheer, black sequined outfit that was really exquisite. I kind of liked what oh my gosh, I'm blanking on her name, Jasmine Masters, what was wearing, but it seemed like it was kind of like eating her up. It was a lot of material on her head. But this is the episode that I've been waiting for. I really love when the contestants who are eliminated can come back and try to get back on the show. And so I love kind of like last season how they had the handmade tail, the red kind of like I don't even know what that's called, like the red cape, gown, religious regalia ensemble thing, how they had that with the previous two winners of All Stars. And so this is the episode that made me really excited. And like all of the meat and potatoes for this episode happened at the end and not in the beginning. And so for the roast of Lady Bunny, my favorites were Monet Exchange, Monique Heart, and Manila. Excuse me, I have a slight cold. I loved kind of like the opening with Monet Exchange. She delivered joke after joke after joke, and she looked great. Monique Heart was this kind of like old female deacon character who, even though she every joke didn't land, but her character was very comedic, and it sounded like she had like the tambourines in her bras, and so they were kind of like going beat to beat with when she would like push her chest out. And so I love that. And Manila with the umbrella with the sheer material draped over, walking out on stage, was so dramatic and so amazing, over the top. I loved it. And when she kind of like peeked out and saw Lady Bunny, she jumped back. That was hilarious. And she had the best lines and the best delivery. So I love that for Manila, because what I did not like early in the episode is when, from the previous week, we had Manila and Monique Heart in the top two, and they were performing to this great song where they both just kind of like gave their all, and Monique Heart won, and she chose to send Latrice home, which was very difficult for her. And she said that she sent Latrice home because Latrice deserved to go home, and she didn't save Monet Exchange because Monet was her friend, but because, based off of report cards, Monet Exchange deserved to stay. So when, I think it was Naomi, asked Manila who did she decide to send home with her lipstick, and she said that it was Monet, and then all of the girls started attacking her, which I didn't understand. They know the nature of the show is that there are actually no rules. Whoever wins the lip sync battle, they decide who should go home, and it could be any number of reasons. When you get further along in the season, it's very difficult because some of them have, deep, lasting friendships with the other queens, and it's like, do I send my dear friend home or do I send this other person home? So I didn't understand why they turned into like Mean Girls and were attacking Manila. When I'm sure later on in the season, they're going to probably use those tactics as well. And so I loved the end of the episode. The beginning I didn't care for because I work with students for my full-time job, and I see a lot of really kind of like bullying and harassment among my students, and it just reminds me of just how one person can be singled out and a group of people can attack and attack and attack until it can just kind of like really eat away at a person and make them decide in that moment, like, is this space that I'm in right now, is it for me? Should I quit? Should I leave? Why is this happening to me? So I didn't like them attacking Manila, and I wish they would have kind of like edited some of that out because it was very negative in the gay community. A lot of people sometimes experience bullying and harassment because of them sharing their authentic selves in school or in their community, and they are attacked because of who they are. And so I really don't like when I see a lot of negativity on this particular show and outside of the show. A lot of the YouTube videos that are out here get very negative. A lot of people, they go hard for their favorite queen, and any other queen that says something against their favorite, they really write hateful comments. And so I didn't like that part, but the end made up for the beginning, and I really liked the balance. And so next week we will see what the parameters are for who amongst the returning queens get to return, and I'm really excited to see how they get to return. God, this is like just the favorite part of All Stars. So I actually don't know what's going to happen. So I'm actually going to like cancel my plans for Friday, and I will be commenting on it that night. And I can't wait to hear what you guys have to think about this particular episode. What are your thoughts? Again, like this video, share it with your friends, and add to the commentary below. Have a beautiful day. Bye.